When I think of the PS2, I think of great ideas being realized. With the newfound power of the PS2 compared to the PS1, studios were able to make some groundbreaking game series. Series like Devil May Cry, God of War, Ratchet & Clank, and my personal favorite, Guitar Hero. Released in November of 2005, it became an almost instant success, due to its soundtrack, while being covers, giving players a variety of genres to play through, and most importantly, the controller itself. This was a huge risk to pull off back then. Consumers could have seen this as a gimmick not worth buying, but it was designed so well, and everyone loved it. Selling 1.5 million copies, a sequel had to be made. Only a year later, in November of 2006, Guitar Hero 2 was released to an even bigger success, selling over 5 million copies. It would be at this point where we would see the market get taken over by Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 3, released only 11 months after Guitar Hero 2, would start the domination era of the series. Guitar Hero 3 is the first game in the series to have an entire soundtrack of original masters, meaning that there are no covers in the game. And the soundtrack itself is amazing, and often regarded as the best in the series, as 2 is the game. Guitar Hero 3 would also introduce boss battles, with the bosses being famous guitar players such as Tom Morello and Slash. This game marked the absolute best of the series, where the idea of the game was fresh, and the hype train was huge. Selling more than 8 million copies, it was clear that this game was a masterpiece, and that no other rhythm game series could keep up with its brilliance. During the wait between the next mainline game, Guitar Hero Aerosmith would be released, which was a reskin of Guitar Hero 3, but the soundtrack and settings were changed to fit the theme of the game. Were the developers trying to pump out games to maximize profit off of the newfound hype? Nah, probably not. On October 26, 2008, Guitar Hero World Tour was released to somewhat mixed reception. But why would this be? 3 different Guitar Hero games were released in the span of 1 year. Compared to previous titles that were able to add so much more to the formula also within a short time frame, this game just felt mediocre. Even then, World Tour would sell more than 3.4 million copies. It would also receive the reskin treatment not once, but twice. 2 separate games based in the same engine. Less than a year after World Tour's slight disappointment, Guitar Hero 5, which is actually the 11th game in the series, was released to a decent reception. Out of all the mainline games so far, this one sold the worst, only getting about 1.5 million copies sold, just like the first game back on the PS2. This game would also get a reskin, simply called Band Hero, which was a game full of top 40 hits. This game would also receive mixed reviews. It seems like fans are reacting to what they're getting. Again, are the developers trying to pump out games to maximize profit off of the newfound hype? It looks like it. Once 2009 ended, everybody knew that a Guitar Hero game had to come out. 2010 saw the release of Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, a personal favorite of mine. The game received mostly negative criticism. Before I tell you how many copies this game sold, I want to look back at how big this series once was. It completely dominated gaming. It was fun, exciting, and innovative. And now we have Warriors of Rock, selling less than 100,000 copies across all platforms. This is where Guitar Hero died. With Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, word has gone around that a new Guitar Hero game may be in the works. Will the team be able to recreate the magic of the series, or will it fall flat once again? Only time, and probably a lot of money, will tell.